Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet?
I love people as I meet them one by one. People are just wonderful as individuals. You see the whole...
My great aspiration, my greatest ambition is to be so good. Now, in that way, I'm tiresome, as I suppose, to live with, because I want to be a fantastic human being.
I am the greatest. We're not disputing that, Cassius, but how does Sonny Liston feel about it? He can't feel but one way, and let's take everything I say and like it. Because February the 25th, I'm going to take back my job. I'm the champ. He's no champ. He's a tramp.
When you see men fall, don't laugh. Learn. Learn. Because you're on your way up. And the things that tempt people to fall, you and I are not free from that temptation.
What's going on? What's going on, man? Happy 4th of July, people. Happy 4th. Peace, blessings, glory, praise, and honor to the Most High. This is a day to be with your loved ones, your family, and friends. Maybe enjoy some of these fireworks. I don't know what your interests are on this particular day, but I hope you enjoy it. I hope you embrace it, no matter what the community is doing, no matter what the country is doing right now with the endless violence and bombings and these horrible, terrible bills that's getting passed. I mean, it's so much. It's so much, man. But we still here. And I'm grateful. I'm very grateful to be amongst the people again. Let me bring this up on the screen. I didn't do this last time. I forgot. So I got sidetracked. Shout outs. We are doing a open mic later. 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard. Make sure you tap in. I'm excited. It's been a couple weeks since we did one, and I enjoyed them. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed these. There's nothing like it. So I got a couple of new faces that's going to be joining us. This is going to be a good show. Hopefully everybody gets a chance to unwind a little bit. You safe. Make sure that you're covered at all times. You know how ignorant people get on July 4th. You think it might be a firework or a firecracker, and the next thing you know, in the reality is gunfire and a bunch of ignorant people out here shooting, and you know how this go. You know what I'm saying? So My thoughts and prayers go out to everybody who's gonna be out and about today. Uh, you see the title. Let's talk about it. I know everybody got their own list. I personally never sat down long enough to give my own, mostly because from the minute that I got into it to now, it's changed dramatically. And some people will have men and women on their list that are from this time frame. The majority of the people on mine, they're back in they're back from the 80s to early 2000s, if that. I might have one or two on my top 10. We're talking about folks that they were hip hop, they represented rap. It wasn't about shooting and killing and baby mamas, and it was a competitive sport. It was about lyrics. It was about who entertained you more. It was about who carried the beat better. I mean, there was like a combination of different attributes that these artists had. So I see somebody just pulled up in the building. He's late again. I'm not bringing you up until you get on camera, bro. But I'm curious, who's on you guys' list? If you could give me 10 rappers, doesn't have to be in no chronological order for me personally. But if you could give me 10 rappers, who would they be? Would they all be from the same generation? Or would they be all over the board? Like some would be from the 70s, some would be from the 80s, some from the 90s. How would your list look like? Or is it just a combination? I think it varies. I think it depends on certain criterias. I don't think you can just put anybody on a list like this and they didn't have a impact on the way that we value fashion, the way we value ourselves. Like it goes deeper to me than just a good beat, good music. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of it factors into how it changed the culture altogether. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm trying to figure out. So what I want to do is go off of a official list. Like I pull it up off the net and then read it down the line. But see, the person that's supposed to be in here, he was so pressed about doing this. He's supposed to actually be leading this conversation right now. So I'm really just waiting for him to get on the screen, give me his list. Rob, what's going on? What's going on? Happy 4th of July. I hope all is well with you, sir. What's the word? What's the word? You cooking out? You with the fam? You doing anything special today? Eating healthy, man? Hold up. I heard. Don't know if it's true or not. You know, I don't know either. I don't know. This is brand new information to me as well, man. I got to look that up. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of these names, like the one you just named, I heard of them, but I don't really know much about them at all because I don't listen to the music that they put out right now in 2025. It's so many littles and bigs and all that. Like I wouldn't know, you know what I'm saying? So uh, I didn't know about it until just now. Like just now. You got to understand too when you scrolling Facebook, TikTok, and all these websites, man, they be lying. Some of that shit be bait posting. I just watched a post go up that said that Will Smith's daughter had gotten into a car accident and she didn't make it, but that shit wasn't even real. Hell, like a year ago, they said John Cena got into a car accident and he didn't survive. So it's like you got to verify and go through certain channels to confirm whether or not any of this information is real. It's so much shit that's getting put on online. You don't want to look stupid putting out certain stuff and then be completely wrong about it. Oh shit. Gotcha. I gotcha. I gotcha. I'm horrible with names, but I remember the Outlaws. I remember I just suck at names. But damn, if that's true, then my condolences. I don't know. Like I'm gonna have to dig a little deeper into that one. Like for real. It's a blessing that we even got that type of music. The Outlaws, Tupac, Rakim. I mean, the list goes on. It's just a lot of different people who came out and they were doing their thing. I don't know. I don't even have my bill up for that one, but I would definitely give a moment of silence for that. Matter of fact, I give a quick little moment of silence for that one. I think a lot of people have passed away this year alone. Like the last 2 years has been rough. Hold on, let me bring this up here. To be honest, if I'm being completely honest, I listened to them. I wasn't hardcore heavy listening to them, but they did have some good songs. There was a lot of groups back then that was pretty dope too. I'm gonna look it up real quick. Let's see. I'm waiting on Six Rings to pull up. He's still somewhere in the background doing whatever he is. Quick question though. Do you have a a top 10 man or woman? It can be a mixture. It can be man, woman, all women. It can be all men, or it can be both. Top 10 greatest rappers of all time. Like that's your list. Nobody's coming off. It's not interchangeable. That's who you sticking with. They can be from any time frame. It can be a mixture of 90s, 60s, whatever. Do you have a list? Let me see. It's funny. There's only certain people that get coverage like that on social media. I didn't know that my man from Shawshank Redemption had passed away. I didn't know about that until like 2-3 years later. Michael Clark Duncan. I thought he was still alive. There's a couple people I didn't know passed away. So I think they only give specific coverage to specific people. I'm trying to look it up now. Let's see here. All right. 47 years old, born March 21st, 1978. Yeah, that was my drink trading war story. I knew that shit sounded familiar. Hold on. Let's see something. Oh, you finally decided to get on this screen. It's been 17 minutes. Hold up. Let me see. Who's yo, talk to
Oh,
me.
good
Talk
people,
to
what's
me.
going on? It's the 4th of July. It's the 4th of July. We cooking out. I hope everybody got some barbecue, smoking. I hope they I know he cooking on something good today.
Your audio is choppy, bro. I don't know if it's because you moving around, but you real like choppy.
What about now? Am I coming in?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Yeah,
Hey,
shout out
Rob.
to you, man. I know you cooking up something nice on that grill, getting it together, man. We got a hot one today. Uh oh, got a nice hot one today though. This the top 10. Top 10 top 10 rappers list. Um what the first thing I'm gonna say about it is to you, sir, this is a opinionated list, you know what I'm saying? There's no edged in stone list. It's just whoever you gonna go with. Um I heard you bring up 60, 70, 80s and all of that. I don't really look at hip hop like it took off until maybe the 80s. There wasn't nobody celebrating hip hop in the 50s and 60s and all that. They might have called it something else, but it wasn't that. Um, you got your old school rappers, but I do feel like uh, as stuff progressed in the hip hop game with anything, I think you know, it's called the changing of the guard. You know, if somebody do a little more than the past, then you know they need to get that respect. It's no disrespect to who came before people and all that. So I just want to put that on the table when it comes to lists. It is changeable depending on what's going on. So I just wanted to put that on the forefront. You know, lists can change as time go on, depending on who the artist is, depending on the work that they put in and the criteria. I don't think nothing really set. But I want to do like, you know, for as far as this list here, we're gonna do the male rappers because I don't really want to. You can throw a female in there, but I don't think if you're talking top 10, everybody not gonna get their due from a female standpoint. They not. A female not gonna get on the list more than the male is. So that's why I say what I say with that. I'm not saying that there's none out there that can make the list because I got one on top of my head. They definitely in the top 10, but I want to stick to the males because it'll give a chance. We can do a females list later, and then we can give more respect to the female rappers if you want to do that.
Nah, my list is going to have at least one woman on it because, as far as I'm concerned,
I mean, like I said, I got one off the top of my head too, but I'm just putting it out there. Like,
yeah, I mean,
female rappers wasn't really popping like the male rappers back in the day. They wasn't. It wasn't. The ratio was different. You know what I'm saying? So when somebody bumping something on their car, on their stereo, you're not gonna bump a female over no male. You're not.
I mean, your list is going to be yours, and mine is going to be mine. We can come back to doing it.
I mean, it's always subjective. That's why I was telling you earlier, sir, that it's all subjective. So it's like my list is my list, your list, your list. Somebody might comment something different. It's their list. So there's no reason to go away from a ranking. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about a ranking, it's your opinion. That's all a ranking is. It ain't, you know, like they got the GOAT debate with Jordan and they talk about LeBron and all that. And Kobe. You know what I'm saying? So people got their own, it go either way. Like people might say this order, some people might say that order. So it's all subjective. That's all I was saying about the ranking when it comes to that. But yeah, we here, man. It's the 4th of July. If you want, we can go ahead and if you got any honorable mentions that somebody that could crack your 10, we can give them a shout out. If you want to do it like that, then we can go into the list.
Well, seeing as how you 15 minutes late, I'm gonna let you go ahead and kick this off.
Well, I'm gonna say maybe. Well, really, let me see. Really, I was about maybe 8 minutes because I think you might have went on early, and then the other time I was behind stage, you know. But it's cool. We're gonna push through that. When it comes to my honorable mentions, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We got old school list, man. I can throw Run DMC out there. Run DMC used to be bumping. You know what I'm saying? You know, the NWA was popping back then. Some people might don't know who the Fat Boys were. They had a little peak. You know what I'm saying? So it's a rack of honorable mentions.
So you including groups with this. I give you
I give you a solo artist, then you go ahead. I'm gonna say and they got hoodies and all that like they about to do. KRS-One. You know, he was nice. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, Heavy D. You know what I'm saying? Old school.
damn. All right. You know what? That's cool. That's your honorable list. Honorable list underrated. Probably should have gotten a lot more flowers than they did. I just too short for one. Mac 10. I was gonna say Happy D. Damn, I just had it. My man who battled LL Cool J. Shit, it's gonna come back to me. So I got Too Short.
You said LL Cool J, yeah, for sure.
No,
That's a good one.
nah. He's in my top 10. He's not honorable mention. I'm trying to figure out the guy that he was in that battle that rap beef with. Shit.
Oh, you gotta go back to the 80s, man. We 80s babies. You gotta know that. Come on.
Name me one Fat Boy song, nigga.
All right, the Fat Boys are back. Fat Boys are back.
All right,
Ever heard of that?
that was easy. That was easy.
You said one. Hey,
That was easy.
they was considered like, you know, they had a little peak. They had a little peak. They didn't stay up that long, but they had a little peak. You know who Shock G is?
Yeah.
My name's Shock G, the one who put the satin on your panties. Yeah. Old school, dog. Big Daddy Kane, old school. Cool Mo D. Let's roll. Rakim. Come on now. You gotta know this stuff.
Cannabis. That's who I was thinking about. Damn. Cannabis. So look, Kumo D.
Yeah, these are some of the pioneers of hip hop, bro. They paved the way. They battled, like you know about the battling and all that. That's how it was done. The battling. So that's what hip hop was. Everybody had to get a beat. You know what I'm saying? People was used to beat on the lunch tables. You know, all of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole bunch of genre. It's a style. It's neighborhood. All that's wrapped into one when you're talking about hip hop. But when you talk about the top 10, you got to be the best of the best. It got to be the cream of the crop. Meaning, everybody from the 2000s ain't gonna make this list. I mean, that was a hot era, but it's the cream of the crop, man.
Well,
you got people from.
Be specific. Say not everybody's gonna make your list because yours ain't gonna be like mine. Trust me.
Well, it's all. What I'm saying is, it's only 10. I mean, if you put, I'm gonna say this: if you put your 10 rappers and all of them came out in that decade, your list ain't gonna be valid either. Even if you did do that. If you chose to do that, you're not telling the true story of hip hop. That's what I'm saying.
Who's to say?
So
Who's
hip hop got 50 years on the jump. So if you was to do say I just take this and I put it on here, that's somebody gonna question that. Ain't nobody gonna respect that. Because basically what you saying is if you do that, you saying that one era of hip hop was dominant. It dominated everybody that came before and after. That's what that means. Nobody was better than none of them.
No, it don't mean that.
That's what the 10 mean.
My 10, my 10 is for a completely different reason, and I'm gonna give my explanation for why mine is the way it is. But
well, I just know if you do that, or even if you go old school, it's the same thing. It's some people from the old school ain't better than the new school.
What I don't want you to try to do is try to shame somebody for their particular list.
I'm just telling you it's subjective, but it's you gotta think about the history of hip hop. It ain't just 1 year or whatever the hell you might put on here. That's all.
So go ahead and give your reason for your list. Why your list is comprised of who's on it based on your own.
I'm just saying. I'm just stating that if I'm gonna do my list is not going to be predicated to one specific you know what I'm saying? Now it might come off like that because I think we did like what top 10 I think we did a top 10 wrestling list or something, and I can honestly say that we both could agree that the Attitude Era was better. There's no doubt about it. I'm not you can say one era was better, but that don't mean
I didn't even catch any of what he was just saying. Young Noble. Hold on, let me see. Tupac, DMX, Cameron, Juvenile, Biggie, my top 5. That's a nice lineup. I ain't gonna hold you. DMX definitely got to go up there for me. Biggie for me, Pac for me. Juvenile super slept on. You got. Let me ask you a question. Do you think that Juvenile is better than Wayne? Because you chose Juvie over Wayne, so in your honest opinion, do you think he's better than Wayne? I think Juvenile back then, before he got as big as he did, I think Juvenile was more layered earlier. Hell, even BG, but I digress. You were saying something and then you got cut off.
no, I was talking about the era. Like I can say that if we was doing a top 10 from the wrestling era thing, I can say that okay, maybe most of my people in that list is gonna come from that dominant era. I can give you that. Like if we can point out something and say, well, dang, it was at its highest in this era, then yeah, most of them gonna get in there. But I wouldn't exclude from other eras. You know what I'm saying? You might got a few from here and a few from there. But that don't mean just because that was like, even though the Attitude Era, I consider it the best era, that don't mean they take up the whole list just because they had more people and all that. That's all I'm saying.
Like I said, your list is your list. It don't mean mine is less valid than yours. You know,
Well, I
it's
mean,
it's,
hey,
it's it sounds like you're trying to force your system or your mechanics
I'm
on how somebody is
it's
supposed to look at.
no, like I said before, it's all subjective. You know what I'm saying? It's your opinion. Your list ain't gonna be somebody else's list. That's just what it is. But I'm just stating that okay, if you make your list and you stick to your list and that's your list, you got to be able to defend it. You know what I'm saying? If you ready for the criticism that come your way and you can defend it, then stick to your guns. I mean, I know I can do mine, so if you can do yours, that's all that matters. But I'm going off like when you do these lists, these ranks and stuff, you got to go off the what's the criteria. You know what I'm saying? Like you stated when we was talking about the Jim Jones, the Jim Jones and Nas issue. You went up there and pulled up 15 albums from Nas. And what I say, shit, it don't take 15 albums for him to be better than no Jim Jones. He just better than him. To me, you know, you can hear him go and you can hear him go, and then you say which one better. I'm gonna say Nas. That's all I'm saying. So I don't think you need a certain number and all that to figure out which rapper is the better fit or got better quality, better music. I don't think you need a number. If people feeling this one over this one, that's they music more quality. That's the one you go with.
It sounds like you pick and choose when you want to use logistics to support your arguments, sir. That's what it sounds like.
Well, I'm just stating the obvious. I don't think if we do a
It's not.
poll,
It's not obvious because when you talk that wrestling shit, you'll be like, such and such sold more merch than such and such. You go off numbers then, but when it comes to anything else, oh, we don't need numbers.
I mean,
Don't do
the
that.
criteria uh, matters when you're talking about lists, sir. Now if you want to move the goalpost, that's on you. But when I talk about like wrestling, like you just mentioned, uh, get selling stuff and being a draw is the biggest thing for them. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to move the goalpost. That's what they look at. You see, I'm going off. I'm going off how you make it. So if you ain't drawing, then they not gonna put you on the screen. That's just what it is. And there's no way possible that you could tell me. And he had some hits. I'm not saying he didn't, but there's no way possible that you could tell me that Jim Jones is a bigger draw than Nas in the hip hop world. It's not gonna happen. So
What
so
you you
we're gonna leave that on the table.
you getting off the topic, sir.
Jim Jones and Nas ain't hip hop.
The topic is top 10. The argument isn't who's better between Jim Jones and Nas. We've already had that discussion.
Okay, so now that that's out the way, I just wanted to put that criteria. When I was talking about is the criteria for making people on your list. Like you have to have a metric.
Yeah,
Why did
and numbers matter.
Yeah, numbers matter. Yeah.
But you just said numbers don't matter, or you don't need numbers.
No, I said the albums because I was talking about that. I never spoke and said Nas sold me. I never said that. I just said the number of his albums. I never talked about the money part because the money do count when you're talking about who sold more and all that. Like I know he sold more than Jim Jones. I know that. Ain't no damn way he didn't. So yeah, it matters if you make an album, even if you make one. If somebody go in the store and buy your shit over their shit, then yeah, you popping. That matters.
Yeah, Rob. Um, I agree. What we need to do, what we need to do here is make it a clear understanding of your position on why your list is what yours is going to be and why mine is going to be. And I said it earlier, but I can reiterate it. Um, just so that we segue, because I want to be perfectly clear why I pick who I pick. I have my list consists of a combination of generations. None of them come from anything after 2002. My list is from '02 and back, but they're still in different generations. And I stand by mine's based on a couple of reasons. I think that statistics matter. Statistics matter in everything. Statistics matter in every argument. You're not going to trial or getting in front of a defense attorney without numbers, without facts, without information. You want to win a case, you have to have facts, you have to have numbers, you have to have credibility, you have to have witnesses, you have to have audio, video, you have to have substantial pieces of content that persuade the other party to perceive and understand where you're coming from when you're making your case. So my list is based off of numbers, which means album sales, off of platinum hits, records, all that. How many venues were sold out? How many places they traveled throughout their career? Their tenure in the game, how long they were able to do it, even when they kind of slowed down. And I'm looking at that. I'm looking at the cultural shift, how it changed fashion, how it changed the way that men and women treat each other. I'm looking at how lyricism started out as being competitive and being something with messages in it to turning into something that's completely garbage. I'm talking about skin complexion. I'm talking about race. I'm talking about all that. All of that factored in to my list. And for that reason, it's still going to be subjective to anybody who is watching. Rob named at least 3 people that I have on my ass alone. But I'm going to go ahead and give you my top 5. I give you my top 5 and I give the mic back over to you.
Hold up.
So
Before you do that, I got a better idea. You already know yours, and I know mine, right? So let's just do it like this. Let's start from the bottom and work our way to the top. You go, I go, like that.
you always want to do these. All right, I put it like this.
You
It's
go,
not.
you go.
I,
We did it.
I
We
put,
did it with the other list. We can do it
I
with this
do it
one.
this.
You go, and then I go. That way, it don't feel like it's
So
all on one person.
this ain't a ranking. I want y'all to know this is not a ranking.
It's a ranking from your opinion. It's your opinion. Who you feel.
He wants it to be a ranking. This isn't a ranking for me. So I'm putting that on the record.
A ranking is subjective.
He likes the ranking shit. I'm not really big on the ranking shit. So this is what I'm gonna do. In no order, at number 10, Ice Cube. Ice Cube, number 10.
All right, on me, my 10th spot, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going with S and double O P D D O double D G. Going with Snoop Dizzle. Dog pound.
Number 9. Number 9 is going to be Daru.
So you said Bow Wow?
No, I was about to say.
Oh my God! You said Bow Wow.
Don't. Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre is number 9.
Okay. Said Dr. Dre number 9. Let me go with give me at number 9. Give me Kendrick Lamar.
All right. Okay. Number 8, Will Smith.
You gonna go with Will Smith after what Jada did to him?
Yes, Will Smith. I don't give a fuck about what Jada did. Ain't got shit to do with that man's history. This man did
comedy. He did movies. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he never did no raps. I'm not saying, because he still got one of the greatest Summer Jam hits. I just played it the other day, Summertime. But he ain't really devote his career to no rap. He didn't.
Why are you arguing my list though? I didn't question yours at all. You put Snoop Dogg at number 9. Are you high?
I put him at 10.
Well, even putting him at 10 is a slap in the face. What are you talking about?
He on my list.
All right, but I didn't question your list. Don't question my list.
Snoop Dogg better than Will Smith.
Snoop Dogg at number 10 is blasphemy, my nigga.
Shoot. Will Smith in your top 10 is a disgrace. The man is a legend in movies.
Will Smith has done more overall than Snoop.
With movies, not this.
Movies, the fact that Will Smith could make albums without cursing is history alone. Put some respect on that shit. How many rappers can do that and do what he did? Nobody.
What number you on, sir?
I'm on number. Hold on, I said Ice Cube. I said Dr. Dre at 9. I said Will Smith at 8.
So it's on me. You said Will Smith. Give me Drake.
Hold on, you breaking up. Run your list back.
Am I coming in?
Yeah, run your list back.
No, I just told you my number 8.
I didn't hear you though. You were breaking up.
Oh, well, that's what I was asking you. Was I coming in? Am I coming in?
I hear you now.
All right. So you said your number 8 was Will Smith.
No. Ice Cube 10. Yeah, you're right. No, Ice Cube 10, Dr. Dre, and Will Smith at 8. Yeah.
All right. And I said Snoop Dogg at 10, Kendrick Lamar at 9, and my number 8 is gonna be Drake. Keep rolling.
Number 7. Number 7 is going to be LL Cool J.
I ain't got no issues with that. I ain't got no issues with that at all. He a bona fide legend. That's your number 7. I'm coming in. All right, at number 7, let me go with Lil Wayne.
All right. DMX at number 6.
Got DMX, salute. Give me my man Curtis. Give me 50. Number 6, 50 Cent.
Give me Biggie at number 5.
Yeah, Biggie. It's just the top 5 now. You're going with Biggie. Give me Nas at 5.
All right. At number 4, I am going to go with Eminem.
Mount Rushmore.
Eminem. Going with Eminem.
All right, these 4. This is the 4th of July, so make it count. Make this count. This is my Mount Rushmore. You ready? At 4, give me Hove, Jay-Z. At 4.
Nas at 3.
All right. At my number 3 spot, give me Biggie Smalls.
Number 2. Remember, I told y'all no order specifically.
It's all about ranking.
I gotta put respect on my ladies, man. I'm putting Queen Latifah on here. Fuck that. I don't care about, like I told y'all, my list is based on a number of things. I already laid it out for you, so I didn't just randomly just put people up there. They did some things that most people can never duplicate ever. There's not.
She pushed the movement. Like I said, it's so many of them. They, like I said, me personally, I'm a name mine, but the female I'm naming, they not on this. They not gonna be on this list. But I'm gonna name them anyway because they could be. Like if it was came down to it, they can take somebody off. Like if it came down to the nitty, somebody coming off. They put in that much work. So you got Queen Latifah at 2?
Yep.
You got Queen at 2, man. Give me my man Marshall Mathers. Give me Eminem at 2.
And I got Pac at 1.
And so do I. He the GOAT. Tupac is my number 1. And my female rapper that could be on this list easily, Nicki Minaj. She definitely could be on this list. No doubt. Decent list. I said decent list.
Yeah.
It's somebody. If you're a real hip hop head and you've been listening to his list and my list, here go a name that we both didn't even give no honorable mention or nothing. And he was just as much respected as Big and Pac in the 90s, and that's Scarface. Ain't nobody say nothing about Scarface. Underground. Scarface needs to get some respect.
Damn.
He could have made this list.
You're right.
But I'm just saying, like, you got, when it comes to these lists, and you know, you got different age groups and shit. So when you're doing these type of lists, the younger crew gonna put more people on there. Might put NBA YoungBoy, or you know, they might throw all of them on there. You know what I'm saying? P&B, whoever. They gonna throw all them youngins on there because they don't, you know, they like who they listening to now, but they don't like the history of how it got to them. That's the difference. So that's what I'm saying. You gotta give everybody they flowers and, you know, how they measure up. Now, I'm a realist, you know what I'm saying? It's certain people that I do like, but my whole thing is time move on. I mean, if you like Tupac and Biggie back in the day, I salute. But you know, time had moved on. You know what I'm saying? You went from that. You had the Jay-Z and Nas beef. You had 50 Cent and Ja Rule. Ja Rule ain't on the list, but he was in the beef. Then you went to the most recent. The recent beef is Kendrick Lamar and Drake. So I just feel like going back to the 80s, you know, LL, you know, Kumo D, like all of them was getting it in. I mean, I think that verses help to make the list. Because I mean, if you on the list and you rapping, we talking about rapping, you can't be afraid to step on somebody's toes in your rhymes. You can't be afraid to challenge somebody in your So yeah, to be on this list, you have to. I think you should have a rival to be on this list. You need somebody pushing you. You need that rival. You need somebody that's gonna say something back. Like Biggie said something back to Tupac. Tupac said something to Biggie. Nas and Jay-Z spit at each other. Like, yeah, that's what pushed to me. And then you got Drake and Kendrick. That's what pushed the game. Because that's what make people invest. You need those battles to make to promote the culture. When Ice Cube made No Vaseline, man, everybody was hot. Man, that was one of the hottest, if not the hottest, in that year when he went at NWA. I mean, that's the type of stuff that pushes hip hop. You got to be good with your words, and you got to be ready for a battle. And if you ain't on neither one of them, yeah, you don't make the cut.
Yeah, we got entirely different views on this shit. Not all of it is completely different. Like the competitive nature, I do agree with. When
hip hop is competitive, yeah.
I don't think you necessarily have to be in a rap war with somebody to get on a list, because that's just asinine. Queen Latifah wasn't beefing with nobody. Queen Latifah was rapping some real unity type shit. No pun intended, pun intended. Dr. Dre rapped, but he was a hell of a producer. That man a legend with them beats. Eminem took shots at people. He was brave enough to talk shit to people and call people out for the stuff that they were putting on social media and so forth, that he earned his badge of honor. Tupac, I mean, what can I say about that shit? The reason why I don't know, like this list can vary. It really can. Scarface definitely could replace somebody on my list, but I'm not changing it.
And you don't pose to change it. Like I said, Nicki Minaj, her skills is good enough. Is some of them better than some men. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, I just chose because there's so many. You mentioned Queen Latifah, who damn sure deserve a flower. She the one that kicked in the door so they can run. She walks so they can run. So you gotta put her on there. That's why I chose. If I'm gonna do it, she'll definitely be on my top 10. But there's so many women that need female rappers that need they flowers, not just like one or two that we name.
I wouldn't put Nicki Minaj on a list because, like, I'm 41, bro. When I was 20, that ratchet ass shit, it was cool then. But looking back at it, I'm not about to promote or support ratchet music. Nicki Minaj didn't shift nothing. She didn't turn women into women. She just made their ass worse. To me. Now, you might feel differently. I think you're going off of her lyricism. I'm going off of her impact and her messages. I don't think that she really.
So Nicki Minaj didn't have impact on the rap game. That's what you're saying?
Her impact turned people into 304s. That's what her impact was. Twerking.
Okay. Hold. Let me pause. Pause. Because that's why I wanted to do a whole list that's separate from the male list, because it's more than just Nicki Minaj and Queen Latifah. So you just said that it turned females to 304s, like 304s didn't exist before Nicki Minaj was even born.
You're not listening. You're not listening.
That logic. No, I heard you. So with that logic, before Nicki Minaj even rapped a beat or rapped a lyric or even put on an outfit, my nigga, before she did any of that, it was somebody by the name of Little Kim.
I don't care about that.
That's damn sure could be on the list.
I don't care about that.
Damn sure was a little bit more raw than Nicki was ever.
I don't care about that. You know why? Because my list.
If you talking about 304,
you ain't
get into that.
You only hearing to respond. You ain't hearing to listen. Queen Latifah represents women. Queen Latifah wasn't shaking her ass. Queen Latifah wasn't up here telling women how to suck dick and rob niggas and drink malt liquor and all that ratchet ass shit. Queen Latifah was on some other shit. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, and so was Will Smith. You mentioned Will Smith, right?
Will Smith.
We're not talking about.
We're not talking about.
He didn't curse. But
we're not talking about.
With Queen Latifah and Will Smith both rap, but they had acting careers, bro. They pursue acting careers. You see what I'm saying? It's a difference.
Do you not see what I'm referring to? Nicki Minaj didn't have a positive impact on the culture. What was positive? All right. What was positive about Nicki Minaj's run?
Okay. One. Positive. Okay. So we're gonna talk real quick. Since we going,
you're gonna avoid the question.
Okay. When Nicki Minaj was doing her thing, when she came out like what? 09 or something like that. She came out with Young Money, Lil Wayne. So Lil Wayne put her on and Drake on and all that. So what I'm saying is, before her, she was paying homage to people like Eve. Was Eve ratchet? She was paying homage to people like Foxy Brown, Lil Kim. So you saying Queen Latifah, nigga, that's one rapper. That's one female rapper. Come on, bro. If you look at the history of the hip hop game, bruh, everybody wasn't trying to be like Queen Latifah. And as far as I'm concerned, as far as lyrics and flow and all that, Nicki is that. She has that. That's why I was gonna put her on this list. And then, as far as her impact of the hip hop, all you got to do is look around. She got. It's so many more. You some of them might not be good to you or whatever like that, but her tenure, because she had a big tenure too, being great, opened up doors for somebody like Cardi B. That she's doing her thing now. Meg Thee Stallion. Yeah, you talk about positive, but look at the history of hip hop. Everybody you named on the male list wasn't singing like no Queen Latifah or rapping like Queen Latifah or whatever. We can go through comedy. We can say some comedians couldn't tell a joke without cursing. So I mean, I hear what you're saying, but why, if she was such impact, but she was, because she started the rap game, everybody would not be cursing. You see what I'm saying? And Queen Latifah ain't really have no figure like them either. Because think about it, you had Rod Digger. She was out when Queen Latifah was doing her thing. You see what I'm saying? So it wasn't just Queen Latifah knocking down the door. She helped start it. MC Light. Come on now.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
So I'm just saying that if you study the history of hip hop, bro, you have certain females, and Nicki Minaj is one of them, that was the vocal point of the era. Nicki Minaj was the vocal point of the hip hop era, bro, in the time that she did it. It wasn't really nobody in that time span fucking with her. And you can't name one.
I'm not about to go all day with this, man, because you ain't understanding where I'm coming from with the shit. I ain't say Nicki Minaj can't rap. I said Nicki Minaj.
You said she ain't had no impact on the music.
Positive.
On the music
I said name me something positive from her music career that she has imparted on the culture. You didn't name me one thing. That was my whole point.
Because she was cursing and shaking her body.
It's because she's a part of the reason why these ratchet ass women exist. Don't get it twisted. Just because we used to listen to Little Kim, that don't mean that we're supposed to still advocate for it now. That's why I didn't have her on my eyes.
Well,
if that was the case, shit, I could have put Cardi on it. I could have put anybody on it.
Nah, because you looking at the vulgarness and probably how they dress. So it's more to it than that. You got lyrics. People can rap about the lyrics be popping, and then wordplay. Like Nicki Minaj is, to me, she's a step above the rest because of her wordplay. Her punchlines is better. Her wordplay is better. People say that about Eminem, like he got his way with words, bro. Like
Except he didn't have
That's
ghostwriters
what
like he did.
that's what separates some of these rappers from each other, man. Like them lyrics and the wordplay is the separation. You know what I'm saying? Then you can put that on a beat, and then you'll be huger than anybody. But all these female rappers don't have her wordplay down pat. They don't.
Well, I mean, look, at the end of the day, it's your list. You know, I ain't knocking it. And yeah,
And we can do it. I mean, if you want to, we can do a top 10. I'm just saying, if you talking about cultural and influence, I'm gonna say when it comes down to the influence and all that, yeah, that hip hop when it comes to these women is way far gone from the days that Queen Latifah had the torch. You know, I'm not saying she ain't started a revolution, but it's nowhere near with back then. It ain't like that.
yeah. Queen Latifah didn't have women twerking and shaking their ass all on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
And then she ain't really have nobody a lot. It wasn't a lot of female rappers out back then, bro. It wasn't, and it wasn't nobody pushing her. Because I mean, you just said competitiveness. So if you got somebody out like you, shit, it's gonna make you step your game up. She ain't had that.
Yeah, you just don't know. It's all good though. I get it.
But yeah, I mean, both of them be on my list. Like, if I think we might have did it, but both of them is definitely on my list. But yeah, she more of a Queen Latifah more of a pioneer. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's all good. We still did what we came here to do, and I'm not mad at that. You know,
I like Cube. You put Cube on your list. Cube was cool. I don't know about Dr. Dre though. Dr. Dre was more. He was more like a producer, and then he was more like a producer. He wasn't in
you
that lab like making hits for himself. He was doing it for other people.
you do know Dr. Dre had his own albums too, right?
Yeah, I do know that, but
It's
it's
not it's
this.
not it's not like he was Manny Fresh or fucking Birdman. Them niggas ain't had no album.
Yeah, but it wasn't like Cube though. It wasn't like Cube
And
and Snoop. He was more known for like the brains behind somebody else's operation. He like the you know what I'm saying the kingpin of making great albums with other artists.
but he
Like
was
even Tupac said it. He said, "Damn, you made my album, or you helped me make my album," and he's still waiting on motherfucking what do you say? He's still waiting on Dr. Dre to finish his album up. It's been almost 10 years. Tupac made a statement like, "Yeah, why it's taking him so long?" But I mean, he's still an icon. I'm not saying Dre ain't no icon. Yeah,
I digress. We about to get up out of here because this I have some other things that I want to get ready for in a couple hours.
like them fireworks, y'all. Get
I don't know
some
about that.
fireworks. Be safe out there. Don't lose your hand. You know what I'm saying? People need their hand to, people gotta go to work next week. So be safe. You know what I'm saying? Drink good, eat good, and that's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? So be safe out there, man. Enjoy y'all 4th.
Indeed, indeed. I see you guys later on, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. The open mic returns. Tap in.
Beyonce and my Mount Rushmore now.